Good morning. My background, I'm Mohammad Iqbal. My background is anesthesia, critical care and informatics. I live and work in Toronto. Today I'm going to speak about how evidence-based medicine helps in minimizing medical errors. So if you are a healthcare professional, how often you have been interrupted while performing a task? 5 times, 10 times, or 15 times? According to the ISMP, every nurse who is administering a drug, she is interrupted at least twice every 5 minutes. And a pharmacist who is dispensing medicine is also interrupted at least twice in 10 minutes. Physicians are too interrupted. A physician who is working in emergency department interrupted every 10 minutes, as well as in intensive care unit. So I would like to share a small story. So there was a young nurse who just measured a cup of chloral hydrate, which is a sedative, and she was on her way to patient room, and she was interrupted by a recent resident. And they had a social chat, and usually in Canada we talk about weather. And this nurse, who usually carries a cup of coffee always in her hand, now accidentally gulped chloral hydrate instead of coffee. Now you know what will happen. And the same afternoon, on her way home, she crashed into a truck. Luckily she saved, but this crash would have happened in the hospital, inside the hospital, and this kind of crash is happening every day in every hospital. In United States itself, almost 3 million people dies every year, and scores of people get injured because of medical errors. Now you can call this unintentional injuries, or it can happen with hospital infection, adverse effects, all related to somewhere some mistake is happening. Only thing is, we are not really catching where that mistake is happening. Checklists ensure aviation. As we know, aviation is one of the safest industry, and they use checklists. And that's the reason we all are here from different parts of the world. In Canada, 10,000 preventable hospital deaths per year, equivalent to 1 major plane crash per week. And the number goes high in US, and India is 350,000 per year. Now, this checklist has been proved to be very effective in the aviation industry. And that's the reason Dr. Peter Pronovost at the Johns Hopkins Hospital, as well as Dr. Chris O'Connor in Trillium Health Center in Canada, borrowed the concept of checklist and used to combat just one condition in their ICU. That was an infection associated with central line. And they found that after a year, after using the checklist, the infection rate had fallen almost 30%, and mortality rate has improved. That's the way all checklist scenario came into existence. Now, before going into what is checklist and order set, we should know what exactly the knowledge translation happens in hospital. So as a clinician, whether it's a physician, nurse, pharmacist, or physiotherapist, we all graduate with lots of clinical knowledge, and then simultaneously we get updated by pharmaceutical companies, devices, and those conferences we usually attend, as well as the journal we subscribe and the internet research. So conventionally, physicians or clinicians, they have to memorize everything, and then they have to put those, whatever they are in their memory, into an order, whether it's a handwritten prescription, which has been replaced by EMR. But the challenge is always how to memorize, how to remember so many things, because medical world is changing every day. New research, new things is coming up. how how it is possible for a physician to remember so many things. And that is the challenge. So none of this knowledge is available to the physician at the point of care. So this order set, what it does, is we integrate all this knowledge into healthcare and provide to the physician at the point of care or from wherever he can access that knowledge. So order set is a medical checklist used by a physician to drive quality and safe care. They all are evidence-based checklists because it has been researched and found that for a particular condition or particular case, these are the modalities used and that works best. Best practice intervention, particular patient condition, because every patient or every condition or every population, for example, the patient in North America or in India, they have a different symptom, they have a different way of approach. So all those best practice guidelines are included in these order sets. And we have the latest reliable evidence, continuously researched, and as medical knowledge keeps changing, this has to be updated. Specific recommended intervention, the dosage and frequency we change from place to place, from hospital to hospital. So those things has to be taken care. And it should be formatted in a very user-friendly manner, because that's the reason we have seen that most of the electronic medical record fail to attract physicians, or the usability is reduced because somewhere it lacks the format where physicians are very much used to, while because we have been trained in prescribing in paper format. So if you have a format very similar to that, it will be very easy to work in a workflow which is very crowded, or they have lots of patients. And it supports with the decision support tools. So it will help physician to focus on the real challenge in the patient. And every order set can be available in various formats. It can be available in a PDF, in a paper format, as well as in electronic format. So it can be integrated into your existing system in the hospital. It can be integrated into CPOE. It can also use on your mobile platforms like tablet or Android. Some of the benefits of order set. So it standardizes the care across the hospital. So a patient goes to a group of hospitals. Sometimes they are treated in a different way based on the physician's knowledge. So if you have a standardized protocols or guidelines, it's very good to treat the patient according to the protocols. Because now we are moving to an era where we have more focused on the patient-centered care. Now this helps in hospitals in trying prescription utilization. So all the order set can be tailored as per the hospital's formularies. So you can really pre-select what medication, what antibiotics or other anti-prophylaxis can be included in these order sets. In a similar way, lab resource utilization, so it can be either over-utilization or under-utilization. And it helps better communication between the clinician and nurses, because every time in an understaffed hospital, that's the way there's a chances of medical errors happens. When they use an order set, the communication will be much better, and there will be a proper coordination between the staff in the hospital. So these are some of the hospitals where they use the order set and they found Graybus Health Center, the readmission rate with the patient with stroke and COPD has been reduced.
You've got 2 more minutes, please.
The contents are created with a collaborative development with a partnership with Royal College and Accreditation Canada, JCI, and all other various organizations. And at the back of this order set, there is a strong database which works on a real-time analytics. So you can really track what is the utilization pattern in the hospital. Finally, the message is improve workflow, save lives by improving patient safety and quality, fewer medical errors, optimize proper resource utilization, save hospital costs and clinician time. As more and more insurance companies are into the market, we're going to see lots of legal battle, what we see in North America. So it's a documentation purpose, this order set can be used. These are some of our partners where they're using more than 300 hospital across Canada uses this order sets. Thank you.
Okay, we should have finished.